Hello, I'm Lineke Lijn, and in this video we are going to draw a jaguar. Magnificent animals, but they do have a lot of spots. So we are going to have to draw them to make the jaguar really look like a jaguar. And also we will be paying attention to the fact that its mouth is open. You can see it right behind me here. And it's rather tricky, but it's doable. So let's get started. This is a very nice book I have about all kinds of animals, and in this video we're going to draw a jaguar, of course. So I've done some studying. I've also looked up some pictures on the internet, and this is a book about all kinds of animals, and I like this page. It's about the feline, all family of the cats, and I've studied open mouth and those kinds of things, and all the spots that go around in, for instance, a leopard or a jaguar or other cat-like creatures. Also the tiger, who's more striped. That's a different video of mine. I've studied the tiger there. But in this one we're going to focus on the jaguar. This is the jaguar as I've studied it. I've done about 5 studies now, and I wanted to focus on the open mouth. And it's rather difficult. And you can see here the top of the head, the cheek, and I want to draw a bit of the body and the shoulders. So this is what we're going to draw. For this I start out with charcoal. It's a natural product, and I've chosen charcoal because there are a lot of spots that will be drawn in, and with charcoal it's a really fast way to set up your first sketch. And because you have to start somewhere, I simply head out with the tip of the nose. I simply place that in, and from that tip of the nose, it's just a scribbly line. I draw in the forehead and the top of the skull. I just feel about a little bit and make the lines as flowy as I can, and then I already start to put in that open mouth. So first I put in the top jaw, and I make a bendy line for the lower jaw. This is the cheek. So I keep in mind a little bit of the bone structure of the jaguar, and I also place in the ear. You can see you do not have to press real hard on the charcoal, just make it easily go over the paper, and I place in the flowy lines of the body. For instance, here you can see a little bit of the shoulder blades, and I did not want to focus only on the head itself, so I draw in a little bit of the shoulders and part of the body and the bottom line of the neck. Now the skin has some rimples and stuff, so I also place those in. Here I will focus in on the mouth itself. What you can see is that the tongue is coming out, so I place those lines in, and here the tongue ends, and then I put in the lower jaw. Please keep in mind that when the mouth would be shut, that it fits together. so that the Jaguar does not have an underbite or something, or an overbite, if you like. Now the side of the head, there are a lot of wrinkles, because this Jaguar is growling. He flips up the lips, and they make wrinkles in the side of the head. So the skin wrinkles, and you can see here the little entrances where the whiskers will go. So I also place those in. Then I follow little dots that surround the eye. There are a lot of spots, and those spots have to follow the wrinkles of the skin of this Jaguar. Now from those wrinkles I can also place in the eye. The skin around the eye also wrinkles up a little bit. So that's all I place in for now. Inside of the ear there are a lot of hairs. They protect the Jaguar from dust and insects and stuff. So I simply make some dark spots there. I think the ear is a little bit too big, so I simply erase the tip. I also think the head is a little bit too high. So now, as we are artists, we simply place it down a little bit lower. The nose is also very tricky, so I will correct that too. And now I have a little bit of oversight of the whole picture. So I simply take a look at everything that I've done. Now it's time for the spots. And believe me, there are a lot of them. Now those spots need to follow the wrinkles of the skin. So don't go about just spotting in everything like it's a flat carpet or something, but keep the spots flowing with the way of the skin. Here, for instance, for the wrinkle of the mouth, I let the spots follow. The lips of the Jaguar are quite dark, so that I put in really dark. Here on the cheek, I follow the spots again. Underneath the jawline, the spots continue. Here on the bottom of the neck, there's a lot of shadow going on. And as you can see, I keep following with the dots the way the skin flows. Also here on the shoulder blades, the dots have to be correct. So I keep in mind the lines that I've already drawn, and here as the skin is getting nearer to us, you can see those specific Jaguar spots. Those are the markings that the Jaguar has. I'm still not happy about the teeth, so just keep correcting them. Now, don't get scared. Simply erase what you've done. Well, it's not erasing quite, it's more rubbing in to the paper. For this I use a very broad bristle. And now that the charcoal is into my paper, I can get out my pencil and I can start drawing. Now it's time for the actual drawing itself. And what I have to do now is simply follow the study that I've made in the charcoal. Here I place in the top teeth a little bit higher. I kept in all my mistakes on purpose, so you can see what it takes to draw all kinds of spots and lines for an animal that's growling. You will have to keep watching and have to keep correcting yourself. Here you can see the entrance of the whiskers and the line that comes out of the nostril itself, the nose opening, and you can see how the wrinkle follows the growl, as you like. This is the inside of the mouth. You simply draw it in real dark. And here for the tongue, you can see that the tongue is curling a little bit, and underneath the tongue there's a lot of shadow. Here you see the teeth, the back teeth. And this is the dark lip. I also place this in, and I simply start following what I've been studying with the charcoal. Here I place in the shadow underneath the cheekbone. Also here on the lower jaw there are little hairs going on, and I also pay attention to the tip of the nose. All have to be correct, and well, as I keep saying, it's a lot of spots. Let's zoom in for the eye a little bit. Here you can see little wrinkles also that surround the eye, so I simply darken this in. Then I place in the pupil and then shadow inside of the eye. This is a part of the eyelid, and also the lower eyelid kind of curls up. The eye itself catches a lot of light, so I simply erase it out with my pencil eraser. On the top of the head there are really small dots going on. For the Jaguar features, and to make it look Jaguar-like, you will really have to place in all the spots. Not on all of the body, but the specific spots that make the Jaguar the Jaguar. Now you can see kind of a muscle growing on top of the head. Behind the ear, the spots also have to be correct. For the ear itself, with the pencil, it's easy now to place in the hairs that are inside of the head. Where it needs shadow, I place in shadows, and for the rest, I draw over the spots that I've already placed in. But now I make the spots a little bit more specific. When you have a lot of pollution going on, please keep erasing this. And I also use this eraser for the highlights on the skin of the Jaguar. It makes it pop up in front a little bit. Here for the rest of the skin, for the top of the head and everything, everywhere where the light hits the skin of the Jaguar, I use the pencil eraser. I simply erase out the dirt, the charcoal and stuff, and you can light things up. The parts where the sun does not shine that much, you can place in extra darkness. So now you get a great contrast between the lights and the darks. What is also very specific about a Jaguar is the whiskers. I place those in with my pencil eraser, then I take out my filling pencil and I simply draw very sharp lines next to the lines that I've drawn out with the pencil eraser. Those whiskers is what you really need to get a lively feel of the Jaguar. Also the hairs on the ears you can easily put in with this filling pencil. It's very sharp and you can draw really tiny lines with it. You can take the detailing as far as you like. You're totally free with it, and there are a lot of spots you can focus on. I've simply drawn the most important ones for you, and you can see I really messed up the drawing surroundings, so I try to keep it as clean as I can, but that's very hard when you're drawing with charcoal. You always get pollution around your drawing. Should you mess up a little bit too much, you can always choose to make the background dark. That's what I do when I really make a messy stuff with my drawing. And what you also can decide is to put color in your drawing. Also very nice. Here I've taken a little bit of orange, and you can lighten up your drawing if you want. As I say, you can take this drawing as far as you like. I've actually done a little bit of study of the same Jaguar in this case, and what I've done is I've taken colored paper. So this is the black and white version, and here you can see it on sandy colored paper. What you can do then is even use white pastel if you want. And well, anyway, this is the study as far as it goes. I wish you all the luck with it, and I hope to see you in one of my other movies. Take care. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.